Okay, we are now on to Amnesiac, the fifth Radiohead album, I think. Yeah, the fifth Radiohead album. This album came out in 2001. It is 11 songs, 43 minutes. Same as OK Computer, same as Pablo Honey, and I think the same as Kid A. They keep making albums that are the same amount of songs and the same length for some reason. I don't know how. This is gonna be an interesting one because I haven't actually listened to this album. I've only listened to it twice, and I haven't listened to it in like over a year. So I don't really remember much outside of like specific songs. This is gonna be like pretty fresh to me, but I have of course heard the album before. So yeah. I am just going to get straight into it, I think. I don't want to waste any more time. Track 1, Packed Like Sardines in a Crushed Tin Box. First thing I want to say about this song is that it is that is a very strange, abstract intro. Like everything in its right place was a very weird, out there intro, but this is like just even more like out there, difficult to point down, and just weird. I will say it does sound a little empty as well, though. I think it sounds nice, but I don't think it's anywhere near as like interesting, gripping, and like I guess layered an intro that everything in its right place is. Yeah, that's basically my main complaint about the intro here. I do really enjoy the writing on this song, though. I think this is like a very well written open to this album. Ooh. I really love like how this track progresses. It just adds even more dense electronics and stuff like that, and it switches up a decent amount too. It keeps it very interesting and keeps me like extremely engaged. Like especially after that very like weird like hollow intro. It's doing a great job at like grabbing my attention more going into the back half. Very abrupt way to close the song there. I remember like absolutely loving that song the first time I heard it. And honestly, I still kind of do, but nowhere near as much. Listening to this song after having listened to the four previous albums in order, hearing openers like Planetelics and Airbag and Everything in Its Right Place, this one just seems kind of weak in comparison. It definitely drags a little bit. A lot of the instrumental just sounds kind of hollow, especially towards the beginning, and it just sort of feels like abstract for the sake of being abstract, I guess. But I do really enjoy the writing. I think that the instrumental picks up a lot in the second half, and I also think that it's like a perfect tone setter for the album. Does drag a bit as well, but honestly, it's not that big a problem, and I think that this works very well as an opener. I'd give this first song an 8 out of 10. It's not a bad opener by any means, I just wish it was a little more gripping and a little more exciting in a way that Planetelics, Airbag, and Everything in Its Right Place are. Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna move on. Next track, Pyramid Song. Oh no, like explain it to me. Oh wait, hold on, I've got it on shuffle. God damn it, man. Actual next track, Pyramid Song. The first time I heard this song a couple years ago, I really wasn't crazy about it. I was hearing, oh, Pyramid Song, one of the best Radiohead songs. The song is gorgeous, one of the best songs ever created. And then I heard it and I was like, yeah, it's fine, but it's nothing incredible. I will say it has grown, but I do still have issues with it. I think the vocal effect here, it's very subtle, but it's noticeable and it's annoying, and I don't think it works very well. But the sound, honestly, it's just so incredible. I think this piano sounds incredible. I love all the backing vocals. I love how spacey the song is, and I think it's also like very well written as well. Just wish the vocal effect wasn't as annoying as it is. Again, while I have while I have problems with the vocal effects, I think the actual vocal performance itself is like one of Tom York's best. It sounds incredible, man. What a perfect switch up, man. Oh my god, that sounds incredible. I love that it just like picks the hell up there. And also, I think they got rid of the vocal effects there going into the second verse, which also works a lot better. This song really picks up in the second half. Honestly, very, very strong outro to that song. This one's a little difficult to score. I'm going to start with the negatives I have because there's only a few. The main one is the vocal effects in the beginning sounding really... I don't know. The vocal effects in the beginning just don't sound good. They're super annoying. They're just so, like... I don't know. They just ruin a really great vocal performance. And I think the song is also just a little long. I feel like it could have been shortened to around 4 minutes instead of being like nearly 5. But besides that, I think it has maybe the best instrumental on this whole album. I think it's incredibly well written. I think that Tom York delivers a great vocal performance despite the not great effects. And I also think it's just like such an interesting like actual like piece of music with like the switching time signatures and stuff like that. So yeah, I think it is a stronger song than Packed Like Sardines in a Crushed Tin Box, but it's give it an 8.5. Solid, not perfect, a little overrated. It's not like one of the best songs ever created like other Radiohead fans claim it is. It's just a solid ass song. Anyway, moving on. Next track, Pulk, Revolving Doors. Why isn't the song playing? What's going on? Spotify's breaking now. There we go. A lot of the big complaints about Kid A, in particular like the actual song Kid A, were that the vocal effects sounded very dated and cheap, and that they did not hold up well at all. I disagree, as I think the vocal effects on that song absolutely elevate it and add to the very strange sound of that song. Here, these vocal effects sound like ass. They don't work, like, at all. I think the sound of the song is pretty good. I'm liking the very intense electronics and how like crazy and loud it is, but these vocal effects suck. They're terrible. Yeah, these lyrics aren't making any sense either. Like, there are barn doors and there are revolving doors, doors on the rudders of big ships. There are doors that open by themselves. There are sliding doors and there are secret doors. There are doors that lock and doors that don't. Like, what the hell is this song talking about? My man is listing different types of doors. There's just so many interesting things going on with the instrumental here, but the vocals and lyrics are ruining it. Song's also way too long. This thing should not be 4 minutes. Joe, you're trying to get me with a Joe Mama thing. It's not gonna work. I'm too smart. I'm too much of a genius. Very interesting transition into You and Whose Army. That song had things I loved about it and things I absolutely hated about it. I think the vocal effects were absolutely awful. I think the writing made 0 sense and was just weird for the sake of being weird. And I just think the song is way too long. That song should be around 2 minutes, but they drag it out to 4 for some reason. However, I think the sound of the instrumental is incredible. I love how, like, loud and just in your face it is. I love the way all like these weird electronic sound, how overblown the drums sound. I think that the way it like goes, like, it has those moments where it goes into like quieter, softer moments only to push right back into the very heavy electronic stuff, works extremely well and sounds like really great. It's just, my issues are so big with the song that it just completely ruins it for me, and this is never a song I would ever return to unless I'm listening to the album front to back. I'll give that song like a 5.5 out of 10. I think that is the lowest score I've given on a song since Pablo Honey. No, it's not. I gave Solka 4. I gave Solka 4. Next track, You and Whose Army.
Come on, you think you drive me crazy, well, you and his army.
I think the very strange, odd vocal effects work far better here, especially with this very subtle, low-key sound. I love that the song opens with a deep breath and then comes in with just the most menacing sounding guitar ever. This is just such a step up from the previous song. It's insane. Like, this album's range of quality is like nuts. Also, I think the writing on this song is very good. I love the way it's written. I love how it subtly builds as well. Like, you can feel it building, but it's not too overly intense. It's not too in your face. It's just very subtly building, very slowly.
You forget so easy.
Wow, those backing vocals are incredible. Hey, that song's grown on me so much. I remember when I first listened to this album, I was like, damn, this song's mid as hell. I think I originally thought this song was in like the 4.5 to 5 out of 10 range. But, like, returning to it, it works so well. The very subtle intro, it's so quiet, it's so slow, it very subtly builds to just this insane, gorgeous, incredibly explosive second half that just works so well. I remember watching Fantano's video where he was ranking every Radiohead album. He said that the ending of this song felt tacked on. I completely disagree. I think having that explosive, intense moment is such an interesting, engaging way to take the song, and I think it sounds incredible in context. Only real problem is it's not the most replayable song. Again, I think it works very, very well in context of the album, but just listening to it on its own, I don't think I would ever really want to do that. So I'd give the song like a 9. It's not perfect, but it's definitely my favorite song on the album so far. It just works on every level. What would you do if you got a phone call every night that just kept saying "I'm sorry" over and over again? Listen, my response to any of these questions, like what would you do if there is a zombie apocalypse, what would you do if you knew the world was going to end in 4 days, I don't know. Probably just kill myself at that point. I know I'm going to die. I'm going to do it on my own terms. Easiest solution. I've outsmarted the question. I'm a genius. Next track, I might be wrong. I love the sound of this song, dude. It's like an electronic desert rock track. It sounds so good. The guitar tones are incredible. The really weird electronic drums, the very intense vocal effects. Oh, it just comes together perfectly, dude. Man's giving me Ohio lore in my chat. That's crazy. Oof, that bass line. Let's talk about my main complaint about this song. My main complaint, which I think I've had for every single song so far, is that it drags. This song is too long. This thing is nearly 5 minutes. This is a 3-minute song. What you have right here is a fun, quick desert rock track. You don't drag it out to 5 minutes. 5 minutes is way too long for a song like this, honestly. Man is giving me the full Ohio lore rundown right now. That is crazy. Oh, I forgot about this ending, dude. Nice outro. Honestly, that song, it's definitely grown on me, honestly. When I first listened to it, it was like in that 7 out of 10 range. I think it's honestly grown to an 8 now, I think. It drags just too much. It's too long. This is a 3-minute, 3.5-minute song, not a 5-minute song. Like, it's way too long. But I think that the sound of it is incredible. I think this is an example of where the vocal effects serve the song perfectly. I think the vocal effects work so well here. And I love just that bit at the end where it goes into that slowdown and then comes back in with the electronic drums and stuff, goes back into that riff. Sounds incredible. Yeah, song's an 8 out of 10. It's not perfect, it's nothing incredible, but it's just a solid ass song. Why is this man giving me Ohio lore right now? We've got John Doe coming in, giving us a confession in front of the class, confessing to pee in his pants or whatever. We've got Severed Universe over here giving me the Ohio rundown. What the hell is happening? Legit, only in the Human Reviews live chat. Only in the Human Reviews live chat. Give us the lore. Finally, we can conclude the John Doe lore. The Amnesiac Part 1 will go down in history as the day the John Doe lore was finally solved. You don't like music. God damn it, man! I thought we were gonna get a conclusion to the John Doe lore, but this man's just telling me he doesn't like music. I thought he was gonna finally unveil the mask, and we were gonna see who it was. Gage. Right, let's continue. We're just gonna move on. Next track, final song of Part 1, Knives Out. Okay, instantly the song sets itself apart from all the others. It has the most unique sound palette. It has the most, like, gorgeous vocal performance ever. And just these lyrics. instantly grab you. It's instantly engaging, dude. This song just goes above everything that's been on the album so far. Okay, this man's moved on from Ohio lore to just giving me, like, the rundown of how the universe was created. The vocal performance. This is a contender for best Tom York vocal performance, honestly. It is so good. Oh my god. It is just so powerful. He's just putting across such a great performance. This song's honestly catchy as hell as well. Oh, and the guitar tones on this song too. Some of the best in any Radiohead song. I'm gonna be honest, I don't really know that. Like, I mean, come on. You compare any of the previous 5 songs to that song, it's night and day. That song goes so above anything that's on the album so far. That's like a Kid A level quality song right there. Every other song has been good. Some of them have been great, but nothing that has blown me away. This song is gorgeous. It instantly grabs you and it locks you in and it keeps you engaged the entire time. The lyrics, it is so well written. Has one of Tom York's best vocal performances. The guitar tones are incredible. It doesn't drag either. That song is 4 minutes and it goes by like that. It is just so consistent, so gorgeous. Song is a 10. Top 10 Radiohead songs right there, bro. It's in my top 10. Anyway, that is going to do it for part 1. Stream, don't go anywhere. We're going to be filming part 2 in just a second. Like, subscribe, share the video, 200 subs by the end of the year. Check out my other Radiohead videos. Amnesiac Part 2 should hopefully be coming out soon. And until then, I will see you until when that comes out. Goodbye.